Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Schnickel and the Grass podcast. And if you're listening here, you can claim your ticket as an OG right now, isn't that right?
Yeah, you're an OG if you're listening
You're
to
literally
this.
an OG because this is the very first episode. And like 3 years down the line, if we're like in Vegas or something, shaking hands with, I don't know, like Reggie Miller's son or something.
Reggie Miller is his son?
Yeah, probably. Oh, before we start, there was an awesome interview that I saw today. Oh, yeah, it was when Steph Curry passed Reggie Miller, and then he was having a Zoom interview with Reggie
Are
Miller.
you
and
calling
his
Reggie
son.
Miller's son Steph Curry?
No. No. So Steph Curry was on an interview with Reggie Miller and his son, who's like 7 or 9 or something.
Okay.
And then and they're saying like, "Oh, you're such an inspiration, man." Oh, they don't mean to sound like that. Shout out Flight though, by the way. Anyway, so and then Steph, and then at the end of the interview, Reggie Miller goes, "Watch out, Steph. Don't leave too much room at the top because this young fella's gonna come and get it."
He better go get it. He better.
Yeah. So anyway, but basketball wasn't the main focus today because it was the NFL Conference Championships today, and the man to the right of me is a bit sad because he is a massive. And when I'm talking massive, I mean he can name the offensive lineman, defensive lineman, even some of the backup offensive linemen, which I know. Like, I know I can't do that. So, yeah, big Nicky here is a big Packers fan. And he's very sad. And how about you start talk us through that, mate?
Well, I just want to start with the Brady versus Rodgers matchup. Aaron Rodgers won that, so let's just stick it there right now.
Aaron Rodgers won that?
Yes, Aaron Rodgers won that. Okay.
I don't know about that one, eh?
My prediction for that game was that the Buccaneers were going to win, but it wasn't because of Brady. It was because of their defense, and they proved that today.
Yeah, the defense came out, and even like it was just stifling, really, from the word go to when the final whistle blew, really, wasn't it?
I think the Packers were definitely missing Bakatari.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, he JPP I think was on that side of the offensive lineman. He was just sacking the shit out of Aaron Rodgers. He had 3 sacks out of the 5, and then on the other side, Shaquille Barrett, where Fred Warner, I think. No, not Fred Warner. Something Wagner. Don't know his name, but that's probably why Shaquille Barrett had so many sacks because
was it the backup for Bakatari?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
So
yeah, because he's not just like a player. He's like a leader, really.
Bakatari was definitely a leader.
Yeah. My favourite video of Bakatari, by the way, is when he just skulls the 2 bears in the Milwaukee game. That was great.
Aaron Rodgers couldn't do that.
And then Aaron's just sitting there like just trying to. He's just trying to drink his first beer, and he's struggling.
Yeah, Bakatari put him up to a challenge, but you know what they say, Bakatarians fire.
Bakatari. Oh.
Well, Rodgers still performed so well. He was 33 from 48.
Yeah, there's
only 15 incompletions. A lot of those were actually just drop catches.
Yeah, they actually were just whether it was just receivers not like fully focusing or like the defense getting a hand in the face or something. But they were good throws. Most of them were good throws. Yeah.
I remember one of the plays. Alan Lazard did a mid slant, and he comes on the mid slant. Aaron Rodgers throws it, and Alan Lazard thinks it's a play fake, so he's not looking at the ball. And Aaron Rodgers was not happy.
Yeah.
So it really goes to sum up the game.
Yeah. I was about to say that just sums up the game. How just drop catches and just Aaron Rodgers pouring his heart and soul into it and just not seeing like the results go his way, right?
Yeah, and Brady and the Bucks, their defense. Yeah, it was a great game from Leonard Fournette, even though that run game was kind of non-existent.
Yeah, and for both teams, saw a major factor, which why you could probably see Tom Brady throwing 3 interceptions because if because basic football knowledge, if your run game isn't going too good, the defense can just sag a bit and focus on shutting down that pass game as well and make you beat them with your already depleted run game, which is, I think, a factor that the Packers lost when they lost Aaron Jones to the locker room. What was the injury? The chest related, wasn't it?
He had a chest-related injury.
Yeah. So that takes away like a whole other dimension of the offense, and it really limits options. And you can see the defense really taking advantage of that.
Yeah, well, adding on to the fact that he threw 3 interceptions was another one. The Bucks O-line did a really good job protecting him.
Yeah.
And when they didn't protect him, Brady did a good job of getting the ball away. But when he did throw that ball away, it came in a consequence. And Jair Alexander and Adrian Amos picked him off 3 times.
Yeah, that is true. Because Jair got two picks, was that?
Yeah, Jair got 2, Adrian Amos had 1.
But if we're talking about Green Bay secondary, we got to talk about one man. That's Kenny King.
Kevin King.
Kevin King. My goodness, I'm sorry.
I think they were missing Darnell Savage.
They were definitely missing. Was he injured?
I think he was injured. Yep, Darnell Savage, or he was inactive.
Oh, because of COVID or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and I get like you're a backup and it's a big game, but
to be fair, I think he moved from cornerback to free safety.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking right now, because he was the backup cornerback behind Jair Alexander. So moving that position, I think, came in big cost. There was one play in the game, 8 seconds left in the second half. All you have to do is protect the touchdown.
Yeah.
And he's being cocky, let Scotty Miller run way past them, and they get a touchdown. That was really degrading for the Packers.
Yeah.
Rodgers had just thrown an interception, and they didn't get the chance to get any points on the board.
Yeah, it's really a two-way swing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's why the Bucks did win that game. They capitalized off turnovers.
Yeah, and that's the difference. The Bucks capitalized off the Green Bay's turnovers, but how many picks? 3 picks by Brady, and how many of those in the fourth quarter?
2.
2 in the fourth quarter, and
they couldn't capitalize off any.
No, barely any points.
Yeah, it was 3 all in the fourth quarter. Even though it might sound boring, it was still a very eventful fourth quarter, I can tell you that.
But like in the NFL, and especially in high pressure situations like an NFC Conference Championship, you got to take all the opportunities that come that you get, and the Green Bay just didn't do that. They just couldn't get the points on the board, honestly.
Yeah, the Rodgers, he did look a bit choked up, but he still did have a great game. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 101.6 passer rating. Yeah, but the fact that he got sacked 5 times,
that's not good enough.
And I don't think he'll be happy to.
But I think the point that everyone's thinking of is on 2 really, on 3rd down.
Oh, don't remind me.
Don't remind me. It's one of the biggest plays of the game, so we got to talk about it. 3rd down, a 3rd down and goal. It's 10 yards, 11 yards out from the goal line, and Aaron Rodgers it looks like he has a nice lane to possibly run the touchdown, but I
think he would have got a bit closer so they could set up.
Yeah, they could at the very least set up for the 4th down at a very manageable, maybe at the 5 or the 6 or something. You can do like a quick slant to Devontae Adams. He's one of the best
probably not anyone else because they couldn't catch.
Devontae Adams is one of the best red zone wide receivers in the league, and he didn't decide to run. So there was a incomplete pass to Alan Lazard, was it?
I think that one was Devontae Adams just gone over his head at that point. Alan Lazard was wide open. Can I remind you that he was wide open? I don't think Rodgers was trusting those young guys like Lazard, MVS, Tonyan, and Tonyan had a really good year. He had the most receptions, touchdown receptions at tight end for the franchise. So
really,
Yeah, I
Wow.
think that's
That
a
is
fun
impressive.
fact.
That's very
So
impressive. Yeah,
the
and
fact that Rogers just lost all trust in his young guys just
yeah,
goes to show that I don't think he's in a good place there.
like I like that you got that mentality of getting the ball to your best player, but if someone is wide open, you got to have that level of trust, and then that level of trust like carries. That's how teams win championships.
Yeah, and you might think that he might have not seen Alan Lazar, but if you're a Hall of Fame quarterback with that much
Experience and skill,
you got to see the whole field, and he's been doing that for so long. So I guess he has no excuses.
Yeah, and then the fourth down play. When I actually saw this part, and I know you saw it, and basically, NFL Twitter was in shock, Instagram was shocked, all the fans were shocked that Matt LaFleur decided to take a field goal.
Yeah.
Instead of going for it on fourth down, because I don't like we've talked about it a couple of times now. You want the ball in the hands of your best players. You don't. I'd rather, if I was the Packers head coach, I'd rather have to win the game or send the game to overtime up to my offense, my quarterback, who's Aaron Rodgers, who's a bona fide Hall of Fame player, and Devontae Adams, who's
Probably a future
Devontae Adams, who's probably a future Hall of Famer and was the best red zone wide receiver in the NFL, possibly the best wide receiver in the NFL. But instead of trusting your defense to get a turnover and then having to score again.
Yeah, exactly. Like Brady is always going to be one of the GOAT. So when he sees that there's 2 minutes left and all he needs to do is just hold the ball, he's going to win the game.
Manage the game. He's done that countless times. We've seen that
throughout his whole career.
That's why he's got 9 Super Bowl appearances. It's that ability
and 10 now.
And 10 there. He's about to have 10. That is ridiculous in itself. 10 Super Bowl appearances. That reminds me of a stat. It was
Let me guess, LeBron?
No, not LeBron. He's got Tom Brady.
Russell.
No. Tom Brady has the same amount of NFC championships as
AFC championships.
No, NFC championships as both Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, because they both have one. Mm-hmm. The difference is the combined amount of years that Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees have spent in the NFC is 35 years compared to Tom Brady's 1.
Yeah.
Which I find, if that's not a winning player, I don't know what is.
Another crazy stat about Tom Brady is that I think it's changed now, but at one point there was a higher chance he would make the Super Bowl than the greatest shooter of all time, Wardell Stephen Curry, would make a 3. That is a ridiculous stat.
Yeah,
that lives rent-free in my head.
No, but that stat, you can't really compare that to... It's like comparing apples to oranges, right? You can't really compare someone making a Super Bowl to someone making a shot.
Yeah, but it's the same probability and it's the same chance.
Yeah, but it's like me comparing.
It's like you comparing what?
No, but it's okay. Okay, I'll give you it. Fine. All right. Let's go on to the second game, shall we? The second game
the Bills versus the Chiefs.
Bills Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium, who did allow fans, so there was a bit of a hometown advantage.
Packers did allow fans too, just not as many. A lot of fans were there, and I mean they try to boo Brady, but I don't think it worked too well. So
yeah. So, oh wow, where to begin in this? Well, Patrick Mahomes is very good at the game of football. What can I say?
I mean, he wasn't even 100%.
He was. I don't think he was, to be honest.
He didn't train all week because of.
He's still in the concussion protocol.
I saw something about a turf toe.
Really?
A turf toe, yeah. What's
a turf toe?
I don't know what a turf toe is.
That must be like when you're wearing boots too long or something.
Yeah, maybe.
You get cramp. Wow. So anyway, he maybe not was 100%, but he still went out and absolutely dominated. 325 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, the 127.6 passer rating. That is ridiculous.
That's one of the best stat lines I've actually seen from someone who's actually not been 100%. Like, it kind of reminds me.
That's good for anyone, regardless
Yeah, that's good for
of what your
exactly.
conditioning
He's
is
played
like.
the best out of any quarterback in these championship games. Better than Brady, better than Rodgers,
Oh,
definitely better than Josh Allen.
yeah, Josh Allen.
He struggled, man.
Yeah, it's just that you could see throughout the game that he started going back to what we saw as a rookie in last year,
Yeah.
where we relied on his legs more than anything because
He didn't want to throw
because
any of those
he was
passes.
too startled by the throw. When Kansas City brought the blitz, he couldn't really handle that pressure, which is so odd to see because we've seen him handle that pressure all year and find his targets like Cole Beasley and Stephon Diggs, but he just couldn't do it, and it shows in the run game. He had the most carries. He had what 7 carries? Yeah, 7 carries for 88 yards, which is good, but it's not what you want from your quarterback really, because it is, but when you compare it to your running back who's got only 1 less carry and only 17 yards, that is not a good sign.
You can also blame your running back there for just not putting up any yards, right? If you're given 6 carries and you're only putting up 17 yards, then I don't think your quarterbacks and your coach are going to trust you.
Under 3 yards a carry. Yeah, you're right, and it's just, but yeah, Patrick Mahomes, that offense just. When it's on, no one can stop it because you've got people when you've got players like Travis Kelce, who's a mismatch for anyone. He's too fast, too big. He's too fast and nimble for bigger linebackers to hit him, and then he's too big and strong for cornerbacks that can keep up with him and safeties that can keep up with him. And you see that in the box score. I mean, he set a franchise record for receptions in a playoff game for Kansas City with 13, along with 118 passing yards. That is ridiculous.
Receiving yards.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill. He's the same.
Exactly.
He's the fastest guy in the league, no doubt. The cheetah. Tyreek Hill is so fast. I can't think of anyone faster than maybe John Ross. I mean, if you look on Madden, he isn't.
Well,
but
Mikey D loves a bit of Madden.
Yeah. He also set a franchise record, so two
franchise record setters in one game, as he had 172 receiving yards and only 9 receptions. That's an average of 19 a reception. That's
almost 2. That's almost 2 first downs in one throw.
Yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous in my opinion.
And no doubt that's a complete talent. That is an extremely talented amount of players. I don't think any of this happens without Andy Reid making his play calling and what he does with that offense. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Very creative play calling.
It's just when you watch the game, it's just that you see he just uses the players' strength. He doesn't act like his play. He doesn't make his players do something that they're not good at, right? Because you see Tyreek Hill running around in motion.
He's actually in the slot. That's a very good decision for Andy Reid, putting him in the slot. A key example of that is the Packers don't have a slot player, and Aaron Rodgers, I think, in this draft was trying to find a slot player, but they decided
Jordan Love. Yeah,
Jordan Love.
Shout out Jordan Love.
So Andy Reid is an amazing coach. He has so much experience. And he really knows his Chiefs offense.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see that, the amount of confidence that he has in his side. You just have to look at when they had in the divisional round against Cleveland, where he backed his backup quarterback to make that throw on 4th and 1 to Tyreek Hill to ice the game. And then if they don't convert that, the Browns could win the game or tie up the game.
Yeah.
So there's no lack of confidence, and he knows exactly what his offense can achieve, and that shows it.
The Chiefs also, they all trust each other, and you can see that we were just talking about how the Packers, they don't look like they trust each other, and the Bucks, they don't seem like they do either, in my opinion.
Ooh.
There was a lot of drop catches off Brady's throws, and he was frustrated. One of the drop catches actually led to an interception, but I think the Bucks defense is going to be the only chance of winning that Super Bowl.
You reckon?
I think the Bucks defense will win that Super Bowl for them.
Yeah.
Unless Mahomes, Hill, Kelsey, Damian Williams,
Damian Williams had
Le'Veon
a very good game today.
Sammy Watkins, Mecole Hardman.
Shout out Mecole Hardman, man. He going from I can't imagine the mental state you must be in when you're in possibly one of the high stakes games of your life and you're on the punt return and you drop it and then you drop it and then they score a touchdown off that. You must be an incredible athlete in terms of your mental skills to not only recover from that and have an alright game. He comes out and has an absolute blinder of a game with that 50-yard rush off that toss and then the touchdown.
Then he also scored a touchdown.
Yeah, that touchdown afterwards. So yeah, shout out Mecole Hardman. But yeah, we're talking about the Bucks defense. We've got to talk about Kansas City's defense as well. You know, when you shutting down Stephon Diggs. You know, when you have an All-Pro receiver like Stephon Diggs, you want him to have the ball in his hands as much as you can, just like Devontae Adams. But today he only had 77 yards with no touchdowns, so which is a massive win, and it's good takeaway for the Kansas City defense.
Coming into that game, everyone was saying that Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs were the best QB/wide receiver duo in the league.
Yeah.
And, well...
It didn't show that game, did it?
I think the Chiefs proved that they're the best QB/tight end/wide receiver 1/wide receiver 2/wide receiver 3.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who Mahomes is with. He's gonna get his guys open and he's gonna do amazing plays. Like faking out a whole defense, throwing it right into a spot, straight for Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, and it just looked like the Bills' D was just absolutely outmatched, and they came into the game already giving up the most receiving yards to a tight end in the National Football League, and going up against Travis Kelsey, who not only led tight ends in receiving yards, who was second in receiving yards among all players, including wide receivers like Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Stephon Diggs, etc. It's Devontae Adams. He's gonna have a field day, and he did.
Yeah, he did.
And he did. Well, he also, along with those record-setting receptions, he had 2 touchdowns as well. He just could not find an answer to him.
He's also a leader on that team. You can see he was picking up Mecole Hardman after that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mecole Hardman, I think, benefited from that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You can see the leadership that all the older guys have, and they know what it takes to win, and we're going to see about that. And so, Super Bowl 55, Tampa, Florida. So the Bucks do have a hometown advantage.
First time ever, right?
First time ever, which.
That annoys me.
It is a bummer of a year to do it in, though, when you have reduced fans. So, because how much does the Raymond James hold? About 80,000?
Yeah, about 80,000.
And there's only about 22 guys, so it's only a quarter.
And that's probably how much you get when you're not even at your home stadium. That's probably how much fans you get.
Yeah, exactly.
22,000 people come anyway. So, playing in your home stadium,
it will. Because you always prefer to play at home, and it will. So,
but it's the Chiefs. It's the Chiefs. We've just
are you going?
About how
are you going for the Chiefs?
I said from the very first sentence.
Yeah.
The very first sentence I said about the season, the Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl. I'm a Packers fan.
Wow.
And I said the Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Very first sentence.
Okay.
Not even a game was played. I knew the Chiefs were winning, and I'm sticking to it.
Do you think it's going to be a dominant showing, or will it be close? Or
I think both defenses will have a field day, and both offenses will have a field day. It'll be a game.
What? How can a defense and an offense on on opposite teams both have a field day.
We'll soon find out.
All right. Do you have a score prediction for us, Nicky D?
I'm going with 38-34.
38-34. Okay.
High scoring game. Obviously, when I say the defense will have a field day, I mean two of them against each other. Defense for the Chiefs against Brady. That'll be a good showing. Then defense for the Bucks, who just destroyed Rodgers against Mahomes.
Yeah.
I mean, Mahomes will be shitting himself. Aaron Rodgers is an amazing player. And Mahomes is like, these guys just shut down Rodgers and Adams.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
Mahomes has got
you got to put some respect on that Bucks defense. But, I've got to go. You can't, in my humble opinion, in the humble grass's opinion, you can never, ever bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs, man. And it shows. He's got he's 6-3 in the Super Bowl. The fact that he's gone to 9 Super Bowls is 10th that we already touched on that. But I've got to go to the Bucks. I reckon he's gonna pull something out of his magic bag, and with weapons like Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, who's still a major talent. I believe they can win this game. And if the defense can hold on, I reckon Mahomes will dominate with that. You can't dominate with that receiving core. And but I think the Bucks will come through, especially if their defense just holds up a little bit. And my final score would be, I'm gonna go 28-21.
28-21
to the Bucks.
I mean, first of all, I don't agree with you on the score. I think it'll be a lot of points.
Why is it?
I believe that Brady will obviously show up, right? Like you said, he's
done time again.
Yeah, but Mahomes with that team, they're gonna score a lot of touchdowns.
Put at least
how much did they score today?
How much did they score today?
They scored in the mid-30s. I know they scored in the mid-30s, and they had a rough start. So if you're thinking...
Buffalo, fun fact, Buffalo did score the first 9 points and the last 9 points of the game.
Oh, thanks for that.
That's just... I was remembering that from... shout out Tony Romo for telling me that.
Thanks, Tony Romo.
Bro, Tony Romo is one of the best, if not the best NFL commentator out there.
No, he
is though.
I'm not gonna forget the time he said, "Oh, it's probably just a cramp."
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, I reckon. Oh, that's just because it's the Cowboys though. It's like it works for every team, but when it gets to the Cowboys, it's just like
I'm still sleeping on the Cowboys. I think we move on to a bit of the NBA.
Alright. A bit of NBA action today.
And let's just get it out the way. The Celtics destroyed my Cavs.
Yeah, so if you don't know, I'm a big Celtics fan.
And I am a
Nicky
very
D's
big
here.
Cavs fan.
Big Cavs fan. And, Celtics are late. They've been struggling. We lost. We only put up 75 points in a game against the Knicks.
Yep, the Knicks. You heard that right.
Yeah, we lost to the Knicks. We only put 75 up against the Knicks. But then this game, we nearly doubled that, and then we lost back-to-back games to Philadelphia. But anyway, that's in the past now. We won 141-103 with Jaylen Brown actually making a bit of history in it. Yeah,
he actually balled out. No idea why he only played 19 minutes. We'll just move past that.
Well, it's because you don't want to. It's a long season.
True. It is a long season. He was out before. I don't know why. Why was he out?
What do you mean? Who's out?
Oh no, I thought he was meant to be out with COVID, but
no, that was Jason Tatum. So
he's gonna have to lead this team while Jason Tatum's gone. So
he's proving that he can. I mean,
the Cavs aren't a bad team.
The Cavs are not a bad team. Yes, we said it. The Cleveland Cavaliers without LeBron James are not a bad team.
Colin Sexton did have a bad game. It was his first game of the season without 20 points.
Yeah, was it really?
13 points.
And the fact of proving the pudding, they beat the Nets twice.
Yeah. So it's a weird league, and we expected this because there's no fans.
Yeah, and Jalen Brown makes some history. He had 33 points in in 19 minutes, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, first of all, that is ridiculous. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Statistics wise, that is what the fastest the most points in 19 minutes in the shot clock era.
I think so. Yeah, something around those lines.
Something around those lines.
Yeah, but shout out JB, and then another former Celtic, Gordon Hayward, hits the game winner against the Orlando Magic.
He's been balling, man.
Gordon Hayward
has been balling. I'm not even kidding. Like, he had 34 points against. I think they still lost, which is a big Hornets thing to do, but. But LaMelo Ball slowed down. I know that. There was just a week where he was just on top. Oh, he scored the triple-double. He's leading every stat. He slowed down a bit, but Gordon Hayward is still putting some life into this Hornets team. Yeah. And they're pretty exciting.
And they're very exciting. You have players like Gordon Hayward who had 39 points today, it's really good to see him coming back
from that injury.
Not coming back from that injury, because he did, but regaining that all-star form that he had in Utah.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be an all-star. Yeah,
because the Eastern Conference is loaded. If they had a better record, then maybe.
Yeah.
But, he is an all-star caliber type player.
I think he is the leader of that team.
He is the leader of that team. But, yeah, like you said, Charlotte's a very exciting team with, LaMelo Ball on every single damn House of Highlights, Sports Center, Bleacher Report post every 4 seconds. And then you got the high-flying Miles Bridges, bro, some of his dunks are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, he really slams those down.
One of those ones he scored on, who was it? Oh, Chris Boucher. He just comes down and yams it on him.
Yeah.
And Chris Boucher is meant to be a top defender.
Yeah, Chris Boucher is a very talented player.
Next time, let's talk about the Bucks taking on the Hawks.
Yeah, not much. The Hawks have been going well. They had a nice little win streak going on, but then Trae Young didn't play tonight for. I'm not sure why. Was he injured or?
I think just resting. He has been playing a lot of games.
Yeah, a lot of minutes as well. And what?
Yeah. But DeAndre Hunter and John Collins stepped up.
Yeah, they both had 30 points, I believe.
DeAndre Hunter had 33.
33, yeah. He's really taking that step forward in his development, like that. A lot of people wanted to see coming out of him, is him becoming a really good two-way player.
Yeah, well, he didn't get that contract extension, John Collins.
That is, yes.
Which is something I think he's trying to use as
motivation, chip on the shoulder, yeah. And trying to get as much money as possible, because you got to get that bag.
Yeah, got to get that bag,
Yeah.
But another person. This excites me, really. Bobby Portis, season high, 21 points on his new team, the Bucks.
Shout out Bobby Portis, man.
I won't even talk about Giannis. He's a former MVP. He's expected to play well.
He's the current MVP.
Current MVP, true. Would you list it as that?
Yeah, because he
former MVP and current MVP. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, back-to-back MVP.
Yeah, back-to-back MVP.
Yeah. Because how many points did he have today?
27.
27,
14, and 8.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature. That's why they call him the Greek freak, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Getting freaky with it. So, yeah, and what's the next game?
Next time we should talk about Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard?
Leonard, oh, man. I feel like he's a guy who's just like, I feel like scoring today.
Yeah.
I think he... Sometimes
they
beat
the Thunder today, wasn't it?
Yeah, they beat the Thunder 108-100. Geordie's boy over here, George Hill, 22 points.
Shout out George Hill. 22 points. Yeah, and I think the Clippers going their 7th game in a row on the trot, winning. So I think
the West is really competitive right now.
They're very competitive right now.
Lakers, Jazz, Clippers.
Yeah, shout out the Jazz, man, for winning. Was that 8 games in a row? Like no one. Like, I didn't think that team was able to, string together the type of wins, especially with the early season struggles that they had. But Quinn Snyder's an absolute. He's an amazing coach, and
and they have a lot of depth.
They have a lot of
depth. Their bench is known to have a lot of depth. They were really unlucky last year.
And for all the crap that Rudy Gobert gets about getting $200 million, but you got to remember Utah is a small town team. They do not attract many free agents. So they got to keep the
He's
good
an
players.
amazing player. I wouldn't say amazing, but
he is game changing. He is game changing.
Yeah, he's game changing.
He changes the game with his defensive ability. Yeah, for the Jazz, especially in that system. Yeah,
definitely. Next one we're gonna talk about is OG Anunoby scoring 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 steals.
Yeah, shit.
To lead the Raptors past the Pacers, and the Pacers, they're actually going well this season.
Yeah, I really like the Pacers. Crazy. The Pacers maybe saved Karis LeVert's life. When
Really?
he got that small mass on his kidney. That's why when he got traded there.
Oh, and he had to get that injury reevaluation or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Pacers, they're not what I predicted. They're the fourth seed right now, 9-7. They slowed down a bit though.
Yeah,
I have noticed that they did slow down.
Yeah,
but
shout out OG Anunoby for dropping 30 points and 5 steals. 5 steals is a lot, and I must say the Raptors have one of the most. I'd say the best.
They're the biggest surprise, I think, this season.
They are the biggest surprise in terms that they struggled early, but they have one of the most talent. They have the best talent production in the NBA. Because you should look at guys like OG Anunoby, who started off slow, but now he's really picking up. Was he a second round pick? Second round pick. Got Pascal Siakam, who was a.
Also a second round.
No, it was the late first round.
Late first
round pick. Really turned it up.
Fred VanVleet undrafted.
Exactly, Fred VanVleet undrafted. Now he's got got that signed the extension for $145 million. He got that bag.
Another player is actually Matt Thomas and Malachi Flynn. Those two are key bench players. They both play really well off the bench. To be fair. Maybe not today. Matt Thomas only played 1 minute, and Malachi Flynn 7 minutes.
But I like Malachi Flynn. I like Malachi Flynn's game and what he brings. I watched a few highlights of him.
Terrence Davis, another guy who was undrafted, and Chris Boucher. So
exactly. That's another example. Chris Boucher. He's a conversation MIP. That's the second Raptors player in the span of a few years to be in the conversation. And then we've got another game, Spurs Wizards. It's the first time the Wizards have played an NBA game since January the 11th.
Before we get onto this, I want to add on that Domantas Sabonis struggled tonight, guys. He struggled real bad. 10 points in 40 minutes. So that's something to worry about, Pacers fans.
No, not really. Every player's bad game.
Yeah, true. Every player, but Malcolm Brogdon again. He's keeping.
Yeah,
he's keeping his terrible form from 3, 1 from 10.
No, but I like Malcolm Brogdon's game. Malcolm Brogdon averaging about.
Miles Turner 6 blocks.
Oh
yeah, he's balling out too.
Yeah, shut up, Master. Yeah, we're just giving the Pacers some love because no one ever gets not really many people get the Pacers love. So
Super Buster George, shout out.
Shout out Buster George. Yeah, so another game today. The Spurs was, like I said, the Wizards haven't played since January the 11th, and it showed. They got blown out by 20 points by the Spurs, and got outscored by 12 in the final quarter.
My boy DeJounte Murray picking up a triple dub.
I really like the Spurs. I really like
how
Coach Pop coaches that team, and you get the development.
You're not going to turn into that dynasty the Spurs have.
No, but it's a fun team to watch because they got a nice mix, and you got Lonnie Walker. I really like Lonnie Walker's game.
Keldon Johnson is another great player for them.
Exactly. So
DeMar DeRozan's a great leader too, along with Marcus Aldridge.
Yeah, bro, man looked at the ESPN list and said, 82nd best player in the NBA. Bet. And now he's playing. He's very good. Amazing, and then shout out Patty Mills. Patty Mills is playing extremely well this season off the bench for the Spurs.
He might be Australian, but we respect him. We
respect that Australian. 21 points off the bench in only 20 minutes. For you.
Do you think Patty Mills will get his jersey retired?
I don't know. I actually don't know because
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Don't.
I don't think Patty Mills. Was he even there for any championships?
I think he definitely was.
He was
there
at the Trailblazers before. I know that.
He was definitely there for the 2010s one. So was that maybe one or two?
One or two. No, just one. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out Paddy Mills.
Yeah.
But this.
Who do you think will be the first Australian to get their jersey retired?
Oh.
Citizen of Australia.
Citizen
so we're not counting Kyrie. I don't.
Well, I don't know if Kyrie will get. Oh, probably would.
I think Kyrie will.
Will he?
Oh
yeah, you got it after he made one of the biggest shots in the franchise's history.
Yeah.
The first shot. Oh.
I mean, they've already had two first
maybe
round.
If Ben Simmons really finds some success in Philadelphia, they'll win a few championships, and he's like playing that big like a major role there. Probably him. He's probably got the best shot.
I mean, if Dante Exum could stay on the team.
Oh, bro, the hype around Dante Exum was absolutely crazy.
I remember playing 2K15, and he would always get picked in front of me, and I'm like, who is this?
Who is this? Who is that guy?
Who's that guy?
Who is that guy? Yeah. So that basically wraps it up today. Big day today.
Yeah.
With the NFL.
With the NFL, the NBA.
Yeah, and then shout out Dustin Poirier again, that win over Conor McGregor. Oh,
yeah.
But the memes have been non-stop.
That's a whole other story.
That's a whole other story. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up now. Hope you shout out to all the OGs out there. Hope you enjoyed this first video. The first episode of the Snick on the Grass podcast, and we'll see you all in a bit. Take care, everybody.
Send some love to me because both my teams got
send some love to Nicky D.
today. Later.
Yeah, we out.